I'm running away from the past I left behind. I'm looking for answers, but I'm blinded by the light. I'm lost in the music, and I stay here for the night. I promise I'll be gone in the morning, out of sight and out of mind. No blind, out of sight and out of mind. No standing still. It's like you're stuck in a nightmare, but you keep doing it for the thrill. Well, this is reality, you only live it once, so wake up from your dream. But just for tonight, let the lines get blurred, let your thoughts be free, let your thoughts be free.
Good. I think it's a good evening to a lot of FPL managers, but for some FPL managers, I'm just speaking off the cuff now. I haven't prepared any opening statement, but for some FPL managers, it's not such a good evening, because not everybody captained Erling Haaland this week. Some people captained Jesus, others captained De Bruyne, others captained Salah. And what did Haaland do this week? The same thing he does. It seems to do every single week, and that is absolutely destroy teams. Steve-O joins me tonight. He did a video about an hour or 2 hours ago, in the final 10-15 minutes of the game. I think anyone that saw that video could see that he was quite clearly upset. In a nutshell, I think Steve-O is right in every point he makes. Has FPL turned into a game of just Has FPL turned into autopilot? every single week, just bringing, just Captain Haaland, bringing the odd player here and there, everybody seeming to have the same assets. Is the game getting more boring? We'll discuss. Are you losing enjoyment in the game as a result? And going forward, is everyone just going to captain Haaland? Hello, Steve-O.
Hey, yeah. Hello, everybody. I don't really want to, as I said to the viewers that watched that video, and I said some of you may have been offended by it, but I'm just glad what you said on the WhatsApp before we went live, which is you just said it just now. You just agreed with everything I said, and I know I said some things that may come across really harsh, but like I mentioned the Scoutcast from literally 10 years ago regarding listening into Granville and Mark, kind of basically doing they were the first people that did it. Just two guys talking about fantasy football and talking about their ideas about what they want to do, blah, 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 blah. And it was fun. I'm just not enjoying it anymore, Jace. Like, I just find it, like you said, boring and just like...
Well, the guys in the chat are saying the argument is that they don't agree. Well, Matty doesn't agree anyway. He says, I don't agree with that because at the end of the day, you captain the best player who scores the most points that you think.
Oh, no. Right. The statement is correct. But who the hell thinks that Haaland's going to do what he did today against Man United, a really tough fixture? We'll hear from what you have to say about Man United, that disgrace. But no one went, oh yeah, I think Haaland's going to do really well against Man United. No one did. They're just all. You didn't even think that, did you, Jace?
I said 3-1.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, that was my score prediction. Yeah.
But there must have been players in your team where you thought, in theory, without fear, could have done better this game week. In theory, without the fear.
I had a fear that Marcus Rashford, he started that game. I thought, this is going to backfire on me, isn't it? And I just remember thinking, oh my god, my transfers they've been awful. Is it going to be Marcus Rashford getting a brace or something this game that's going to just be the icing on the cake? And then Haaland got that early goal, and I was like, well, that was easy. Like it looked so easy for him. Like it just doesn't even look like he's breaking a stride. I mean, for that KDB cross and him getting on the end. When I saw that, I thought, this guy is something else. He's going to get like 40 goals this season. Like it's ridiculous. He's absolutely ridiculous. And the commentator said that United just bottled it. I mean, they did bottle it. There's no two ways about it. They were defeated before they even kicked the ball. That taking nothing away from Man City's performance, they were absolutely amazing. Like they were great, but United made it easier for them. I thought takeaways from the game, who I thought played well. I thought Malacia had a good game. I thought he did some really good. He at least tried. Dalot got the yellow card earlier on in the game. I thought that he put a shift in, but ultimately, very disappointed with Bruno Fernandes. McTominay gave the ball away. I lost count of the amount of times that our midfield gave the ball away. Like we couldn't string more than 2 passes, and we were either booting it into the City's half and giving them the possession, or we were just literally giving the most stupid passes, like trying to make like this world-class pass to Rashford or to Sancho, in the hope that they'll get on the end of it. No chance, absolutely no chance of getting on the end of it. It was shocking. It was amateurish, and I think Ten Hag it was worse than Brentford. It's because at least we'd shown that we had a way of playing before this game that was actually quite efficient, and I thought we could capture them on the counter attack, but ultimately we played the low block, but we were obviously defending for large parts of the first half. But when we got the ball on the transition, we didn't know what to do with it. We were like, what do we do? And panic like a rabbit in a headlights, just panicked, and City were going for the kill. They were wanting to just put us down in the first, and they did in the first half. To be fair, Martial, when he came on, he impact. You know, obviously it was a different game then. Anyway, the City had made loads of subs, but I still think Martial could be someone I'm strongly considering getting in. You know, he's got the finesse. That penalty he took. I mean, I don't know if you saw that penalty, but oh my god, like the confidence to put the ball in the top right hand corner like that against Edison, ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. So I'm very disappointed in the game. Am I surprised we lost it? No. Am I surprised the manner of which we lost it? Yes. Very, very surprised at the lack of effort in that game. For a derby game, it was just appalling. Obviously, I captained Haaland like 95, 96% of the game did. So, you know, it was a bittersweet moment from an FPL point of view. But I mean, what can I say other than, again, you know, what can I honestly say? I consider myself fortunate that I captained Haaland, but
this is the point.
It's not.
You say
I don't know.
fortunate,
I don't feel like I enjoyed it. I don't think I enjoyed.
No, because like you said, like everyone in our mini league, barring
yeah.
I'm not even talking about Torbay Elite. I'm talking like the moderator league.
The best moments in FPL are when you captain someone else that's like, say, a Sterling or an Aubameyang or, you know, or an Odegaard or, you know, just someone or you know, who was it this week that did well? Trossard, captained him, and he got him. You know, he got a bag of goals, and you think, you know what? I've really gone on a limb here, and I've captained someone. They've got me points, and they've got me up the mini leagues. But no, with Haaland, everyone else has captained him, so you're not benefiting from any decision making other than the fear of missing.
That's what this season seems literally like. Template is just winning outright, full stop. And if you go,
but you can't do anything about it. What can you do? No. You bring the point up, but what can you actually do? You can't do anything about it. You've literally got to play like everyone else. Otherwise you're going to risk just falling down and down and down and down. Trying to be different, you'll get punished.
Yeah.
The only good thing is City blanking game week 12. So people, well, no, but what I mean is it means that people are having to plan around that, and they're going to have to think of other captains, you know, moving, you know, getting, you know, around that fixture, that game week. But it'll probably just be Salah, right?
Forget it. No. All these muppets that have Salah in their team. Why? He was supposed to be an absolutely appalling yesterday. Maybe that's a bit of a strong term.
He got a return.
He was anonymous.
Yeah,
fortuitously.
Got an assist.
Yeah, fortuitously. It wasn't like apparently he was on fire and he looked really on it.
See, everyone's saying it was the same with Salah last year. Everyone was captain Salah last year. So why are we up in arms about this?
The slight difference is that
I wouldn't compare Salah to Haaland. I mean, Haaland has got 3 back-to-back hat tricks. I mean, it's at the point now where it's almost men versus boys, isn't it? Like every team he plays against, he just seems to find it so easy against the defense, against, you know, the goalkeeper. He just seems to put the ball right in the right place. He's a dream, an absolute, for players like Kevin De Bruyne, Mahrez, Bernardo Silva, Foden, you know, Gundogan. He's an absolute dream, isn't he? He's literally he's a wet dream for all of them, because he's capable of putting anything away
and
in any situation. Header,
also with Salah,
stretching.
Also with Salah, he didn't return every single week. It wasn't like this guaranteed. Like no player is guaranteed to be returning, but when you're literally a cheat code at Man City, where literally you just pass the ball and he scores. You know, it happens. You play computer games, or you did, You know, whenever you put, you know, the best player in the game, you know that every time you hit the shoot button, he scores.
Well, you said it. You said that it's like FIFA. Like Goldbridge was bringing up, it's like FIFA, where you've got all the best players in the world, and you just literally just finding it easy to just score goals. Does it take the enjoyment away from the match? I mean, as for a neutral, I think that game was probably very entertaining. You know, but yeah, I would say it was quite an entertaining game for a neutral. It was. I mean, there was 9 goals for God's sake, but from an FPL point of view, you know, right now everyone's living on cloud 9, so that's why everyone's like upset that you saying that it's, you know, cheat codes and it's not great having Haaland captain every single week.
But you've captained him.
Yeah.
You're agreeing with me.
Yeah, I captained him, and I'm agreeing because it literally is just
and why
like,
did you captain him?
because of the fear.
Yeah,
it's the EO, the effective ownership of Haaland, and not captaining him. Like, if I didn't captain him this week, what would have happened? I would have been completely destroyed in the rankings. Like, you're seeing it now. Like, your OR's updated on my screen up here. I'm not going to say it because you probably would be like,
it's like 5-6 minutes.
But you know, you're not out of it, but you're not doing yourself any favors by trying to. I mean, Maddison. To be fair, Maddison hasn't played yet, so barring a miracle, you know, you've essentially handicapped yourself.
He's not going to do anything. We all know it. My luck's not in this year, and he's going to get a 2.0.
Oh, Harry Dawson, even in all feckin' fuming, need Maddison to score 4 and 2 assists to break even. Will not captain Haaland at all this season now. Miss every hat trick. This is another thing, right? Because people have been unfortunate with captaincy on Haaland. You know, you know, he did. So he got a hat trick. Obviously, he got a hat trick against United. So when I say 3 back-to-back, when I said 3 back-to-back hat tricks, what I meant to say was 3 hat tricks. Sorry, back-to-back was the wrong word. Even though it feels like he just scores hat trick in every game, it's not the case. So people would have captained him against Villa. People would have captained him against Wolves, and they may maybe have been like, you know what, yeah, he's a good option, but he's not the only option, and they may have just gone with a different captaincy choice this week, and they will be absolutely sick. You got
and it's even worse for, like, say, Cy Bellamy, who did captain Salah in a, whether he thought the Brighton game was an easy fixture or not. It's like, but Man City have got Man United.
But when can you say you've captained Salah as a differential?
Well, this is the point. This year, it is a differential because of the effective ownership. Yeah. That's the scary thing.
What we need Liverpool. I don't want to say this, but I do from an FPL point of view. We need Liverpool to actually start really hitting some form, and Salah to hit some real form, and then that way, there is a decision then between. At least there'll be a decision between Haaland and Salah, you know, because Kane isn't for me. Kane isn't an option.
No, but to be fair, Firmino,
you know, yeah,
he's somebody that seems to have hit his stride at the moment. I don't know where it's come from, but he's hit.
Well,
his stride
he's got
at
competition.
The
he knows that if he doesn't get any goals, that he's got Darwin there ready to take his place at any moment. Let's just read what the chat's saying. Salah did kind of return every week last season. On the start of everyone was shouting perma captain Salah. He only blanked versus Burnley game week 2, if I recall. Yeah, but it's still not the same sort of returns. It wasn't like, I mean, for God's sake, he's just got 3 goals, 2 assists. I mean, 3 hat tricks in 9 games. And it looks like he's just finding it. He's a different player to Salah. But anyway, he doesn't touch the ball that much. He doesn't need to. He just puts the ball in the back of the net. People talking about his regression. Firetalk saying regression. What is his regression? What is his regression? Who knows? Who knows what his regression is? I mean, he's got 14 goals in 9 games. I mean,
and that's just the Premier League.
He could just go to, you know, he could just regress to a goal a game. Like, even that's ridiculous. But apart from Harry Kane, because if Harry Kane got a goal a game, Steve-O wouldn't bring him in. But that is just ridiculous. It literally is. Like, if FPL could price him again, Haaland would be 15 million.
But that's another point as well. The pricing system. 11.5. I mean,
It's cheap.
this guy is 22 years old. Scores
Built
goals
like a
for fun
brick
for
shithouse.
Borussia. Yeah,
Literally knocks defenders out the way when he runs. Like,
scoring for fun at Borussia
at the
Dortmund.
pace that he's got, the explosive pace, it's just ridiculous.
It's amazing. There was a bit where Mark Goldbridge is like, well, I was watching the game.
It's
anyway.
like if you could genetically modify a footballer, if you could grow a footballer in a freaking lab, in a freaking petri dish, it would look like Erling Haaland, wouldn't it? Everything about Haaland is what you want. Like, he's literally Pep. He's just got the best. He's got the best striker in the world. He is the best striker in the world.
You think about this game week upcoming, Man City versus Southampton. I'd really love to captain Kevin De Bruyne. But I can't.
I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to captain Haaland. It's boring. It's a boring. Like, I'm just going to. Well, I ain't got to worry about my captain anymore. Like, every week, I'm just. There will be some brave souls that will try to be cocky, and they'll go for a different. They'll go to a different captaincy next week. But I dare say it, like, you know, you are playing with fire when you do stuff like that. I mean, Southampton, they're home again, Steve. They're at home again.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, and that's where he's got all his hat tricks, isn't it? At home.
How many goals do you honestly think he's capable of getting this year? Like, genuinely, serious, no bullshit now.
30.
I think.
I mean, he's already halfway.
He's on 14.
There.
I think he's capable of getting 35.
Okay.
Well, it was just, which is like 5 more than 30, but 40. Could he get 40? Yeah.
I mean, he could.
Yeah, he could get 40. I mean, he would need to not get injured. But yeah, it's just. I can't even describe watching him play. Like, he's just a different level.
Well, it's like you said, it's that pace that he has, which is so frightening. That's what fascinates me.
He's big, but he's fast. He's a freak. He's a freak of nature.
It's that explosive power he's got, which over the first 10 yards, you're not going to beat him.
He's 14 now at the moment, Bailey. If he doesn't get injured, Coolville, I completely agree. But, you know, it's just... So Harry says the game's not fun. I mean, of course, we're going to have the people that have captained Haaland in here that have benefited from his hat-trick and his 2 assists. You know, that are going to be like, no, Haaland's great. You know, why wouldn't you want to captain Haaland every week? I guess it means we get less questions about who's the best captaincy option, Steve-o.
I don't think anybody asked that question,
but you know, teams are looking very similar. Normally at this stage of the season, we start to see a bit of variance in the teams. I mean, you can generally see it when you look at the scores on the mini leagues, and they're almost identical. People that have got Haaland in the 70s, people that
look at the Rivals League, the YouTube chat league. It's so tight.
Yeah. There's a reason why it's so tight. That's because there's no real like variables hitting the play at the moment. It's literally just why is that video stop playing? It's weird. Let me just loop that. There we go. Well, so yeah, so game week for you it rests on Maddison.
I mean, right now,
are you going to be watching that game?
If I'm still awake, yeah, but I'm not hopeful. You know, the history suggests high-scoring game, so watch it be 0-0. You know, the history suggests that both teams are going to score highly, and they probably will. Maddison will get nothing. it should be, like I said, the way Nottingham Forest are playing and Leicester are playing, it should be a very high scoring game. And I'd
Yeah.
like to think Maddison will be involved. That's why we own him. But for the way my luck is going, it's just going to be, if I'm lucky, a 2-pointer. And it's just great. Let's just go back to boring Steve-O. Haaland captain every single week.
I really want to
Who
get
do I bring
Martial
in?
in.
Well, this is the thing. I mean, I'm looking at my
I'm
team
getting
here.
Martial in for Tony, I think.
How much is Martial?
6.9, man.
Yeah, well, I legitimately, because are you aware that Bruno Lage has been fired from Wolves today?
I heard something.
Yeah. So he was fired a few hours ago.
Wow.
And I'm genuinely, this is no joke, I'm seriously tempted by Costa based on the way he played last night.
Yeah.
Did you watch the game?
Is he 5.5?
Yeah.
That I take it he's a striker.
Yes.
Wow. I
Honestly,
didn't watch the game. No, I didn't watch the game.
He came on for the last 20-25 minutes. He genuinely looked fantastic. I couldn't believe how quick he was. I was just like, hold on a minute. I thought Costa was a really slow, sloth-like player.
Yeah.
No, he had some pace. He was in the right places at the right times. He had an opportunity to if he had his header on target, he would have put that in the back of the net. I think he just needs to get back to match pace. And like Gabriel Derop said on the member chat, he's up against Chelsea next. 50p on him to score against them. But Wolves' fixtures, genuinely, after Chelsea, look awesome.
How much is Firmino?
7.8 or
7.9.
7.9.
See that I'm just thinking like ways I
The
can get.
Liverpool fixtures are terrible.
They are, but I'm just thinking of ways of getting kind of. Anyway, I'm not going to do that now. We've got some announcements that have just come up. Let me just bring it up on here. Andre D has been a member for 23 months in a row. Grassroots member. Thank you, Andre. Haaland is a beast. 40 goals this season. Question mark. Is absolutely possible if he stays fit. He's the form he's in at the moment. He could easily hit 40 goals. Zain Hussein has been a member for 27 months in a row. Grassroots member. Thank you so much.
Wow.
Zain.
Thank you.
You legend. Cheers. Thanks. Thank you ever so much for the support. No, I think we just look at this game week and we just think not much happened from an FPL point of view other than literally Haaland. I mean, the big at the back question mark. Is it still being discussed? Are people still finding value in premium defenders, Steve-O? Or are they looking to move money forward?
You think like with the lower ranked teams and the fact that they're cheaper and they're actually returning the equal of the likes of Reece James, Cancelo, Trent, literally. But you know, you look at the defenders this year in the game that I've scored the most points. I'm going to be proven wrong now, but right, Saliba 4.9 of Arsenal. Okay, Cancelo is up there, he's second, but then you've got Trippier, Gabriel, Shaw, White, Cody. I mean, I can't even see a premium. Like when I say premium defender, I mean like 6 million or more. It goes all the way down to Van Dijk.
Yeah.
And he's like, God knows where.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then Trent's underneath him. You know, the better value in theory in these cheaper players, just leave them there and then just upgrade your midfield and strike force to Harry Kane, Kevin De Bruyne, Haaland, Diaz of Liverpool, Foden.
Yeah, Foden's bloody another one that I think is going to be just an absolute gold mine for FPL going forward. People had him already. Well done to them. I mean, but looking at your team, the first thing that sticks to comes to my mind is your differentials didn't play.
I know.
I mean, that's what it comes down to.
And
Mitrovic. Mitrovic did play. Sorry, but he got freakishly. You know, he came on and he went off and he got a yellow card. So it's just like,
what did I say? Kafal won't play and West Ham get a clean sheet. and West Ham get a clean sheet.
Yeah. Well, at least you got Andreas coming on instead of Emerson, because that would have been. Well, I mean, I mean, 2 more points than Trent Alexander-Arnold have got me this week. So,
and imagine if Isaac had played yesterday. What would he have done in the game?
Yeah,
like, I know it's all ifs and buts.
but it's these sorts of things that you get wound up about. You know, because Mitrovic and Isaac were very good differentials to have. They were. You've just been very unlucky.
Not necessarily Mitrovic, but Isaac.
No, I would say Mitrovic as well. He's been scoring.
He's not much. Yeah, but he's not much of a differential. You mean he's owned by?
Well, but between us. Okay, between us.
Okay, between me and you.
Yeah, between us, because you know I do find it quite fascinating, and you had Pope as well. That another one. When we talk about bad luck. Last minute of the game or 2 minutes.
88th minute.
You know, then he concedes. I mean, they were absolutely cruising, Newcastle. Absolutely cruising in that game. Just needed to. And the irony is, the one Newcastle defender that did get the points, got subbed off, was the one that we both own. So it's just like you don't get any enjoyment out of that either. So when we say about FPL enjoyment between rivals, you know. This is a game week that you can't wait to forget, I'm sure.
Because my biggest annoyance with me, and this is the truth, like I said in the video, I will happily criticise myself. People don't need to tell me, is just the simple fact that I stupidly just don't stick to my plans, and I don't know why.
Why is that? Worry.
I think it's just mainly because I'm just worried about the fact that...
Why did you want to captain Maddison? Because when you said that, I must admit, I was surprised. When you were like, Jace, why don't both is Captain Madison? I was like,
because, no. I don't have the problem with the Madison captaincy.
I do. I'm just like, I think in that team. I mean, Nottingham Forest, yeah, but I don't rate Leicester at all.
But they score goals and let Nottingham Forest concede.
Well, to be honest, we haven't been proved right or wrong about that yet. We yet to see the game, but when you've got De Bruyne and Haaland,
Man United.
Yeah, I know, but
they haven't.
I predicted 3-1 to City.
Goal.
Yeah, I know, but it's City. They're going to raise their game anyway. I don't know, man. I'm just. I'm very surprised.
You're going against now.
No, go back and watch the score predictions and see what I said against United. See what I said. I said.
No, I'm not here doubting that you said this, but look at the facts. Since Liverpool back in August the 22nd, they have not conceded more than one goal.
Our defence has been brilliant. Our defence has been really good. And you could say that, yeah, Varane picked up a knock, but that's all been down because our midfield has been protecting our defence better. Whereas against City, they just bottled it. So it was going back to exposing the defence. No.
Something I could not predict.
But I just look at Haaland, I look at De Bruyne, and I think.
But then you're just admitting then that you just you just have to just captain.
You
Haaland
you have to, yeah. I hate to say it, you do, you have to.
Yeah.
Like there's.
And by the way, I'm not doing it begrudgingly. I'm not doing it just to be differential for the differential. I did it because I had Firetog's thought process and words in my back of the head, which is.
But also the reason why I'm so surprised you did that is because of the damage it would cause you if it doesn't work. If Haaland scored big and you know the whole fear of the effective ownership, because a lot of people really look at that as a strong consideration.
That's the one thing I actually don't look at that. I look at the reality of the situation. I look at between me and you, and also just my own predictions, because I'm normally pretty good with and also the history as well. The history says.
But you know what the irony is? If Haaland did nothing in the game today, and it was like a 1-1 or a 1-0 to City, and and Haaland didn't get anything, it would be you'd be sitting here thinking, yeah,
got a chance.
No, you'd be like, you know what? This is what it paid off. It paid off not being a sheep, because that's another thing, But yeah, man, it's high risk, high reward. Like, you play with fire. Sometimes you're gonna.
If Maddison returns a double-digit haul tomorrow, like a 10-pointer,
Yeah.
I would be over the moon.
Yeah,
with
that would be brilliant. But it ain't gonna make up.
No, of course it won't.
But it would be good.
It would half the deficit of what Haaland got today, so to speak, at least.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's not going to make much of it because, again, lots of people own Maddison. It's the fact that Bowen yesterday gets a goal and assist. Like, did you see Bowen's goal
No.
and the assist?
No, I didn't. What was the line?
His assist is like he get the Skamaka scores an absolute worldie.
Really?
He goes to basically he's about to get tackled and Bowen goes to slides in, gets the ball just and hits it towards Skamaka, and he just hits it, he goes in, and then his second goal was a very well taken finish. I'm not going to sit here and pretend that's not the case, but you just think to yourself, like, Wolves just don't concede goals, and yet they've just gone and conceded 2 against a team that can't. They've scored 1 goal all season, Jace, at home, West Ham. It tells me more about Wolves than it does about West Ham.
Yeah.
That's how bad Wolves are if they're conceding 2 goals against. Because, like I said, that game was, it was better than the Aston Villa versus Leeds. That was just a punch up. That was just 2 teams roughing each other up for 90 minutes. It's terrible. Absolutely pants. By the way, if anybody wants to come live on air and talk about...
Yeah, come on Discord, guys. Come in the waiting room. Lines are open, so to speak. So just to recap, this game week, Steve-O, you're currently on 46 points with a -4, 42 points. Oh man. I'm on 72 points with the -4, so I'm on 68. So 42 to 68 points with your captain yet to play. So we look at the YouTube. Well, should we look at the Rivals League first?
Whichever you're in control.
Let's look at the Rivals League. So David Foster, Haaland Day's source, was at top. He looks like he's still going to be top. 80 points. Guess who captained?
I actually know.
Yeah. So
in fact,
Bowen as well. Bowen. Yeah, he's got Bowen in his team. Of course he has. De Bruyne, Bowen, Haaland, those points coming from. And Trippier. 4 players making up these points. Amazing. The second place in the Rivals League, we've got MCFC Ryan. Take your undovs off. 71 points, Captain Haaland. Got Jesus there, De Bruyne. He had Rashford. He had Rashford playing. Got him at one point. Again, same players. You know, okay, Jesus instead of Bowen, but you know, Haaland, De Bruyne, Trippier. You know, these players are going to be frequently mentioned, I'm sure. And then third place, 70 points, Victor Kazali, Ericsson, Stockholm, Palats, 70 points. Guess who captained? Bowen in his team. He's got Sterling in his team. I like that. That's good. He's got Solanke as well. His differentials did not pay off at all this week. Solanke and Sterling both getting 2 points apiece. Trippier's there also.
Look at that though. He's got. I just don't get it. I don't get it. Justin.
Yeah.
I mean, Karma Baby will go on a minute. He's just been complaining about template, and now someone's not got.
No,
I
like that. I like the fact he ain't got template, and he's still keeping within touching distance.
Yeah.
FPL Sparta, John, 77 points. Guess who's captain? De Bruyne, Bowen again, Trippier, Martinelli got that assist.
I wonder where this Bowen loving has come from.
Maybe they'll talk amongst themselves, Steve-O. And finally, fourth place. Well, that was fourth place. Let's go joint fourth, I should say. Got Anurag. Anurag's having a good season.
Yeah, normally he doesn't do great, but this year
Hellfire
he's...
Club, eh? He's a Stranger Things fan. Anurag's done 81 points. He's captain Haaland. Of course he did. Bowen's in his team also. So maybe they do all just talk. Because they all got the same team. He's actually got a very different, interesting pick in his team that it's kind of like, why? Why would you play him? I'd have played Perisic over Paqueta, but, 2 more points. Let's quickly have a quick look at the YouTube League. Keep an eye on the Discord. Let's know if anyone's jumping in there. YouTube Chat League, Dave's Gary Halliwell's in second place. Mr. My Rayish Sunshine, 79 points. Captain, you guess who? De Bruyne, Trippier, De Bruyne as well, getting in the points, and Harry Kane, with that penalty for Tottenham.
But look how tight it is.
It's stupidly tight, isn't it?
20 points between top and third. That's it.
Yeah. I mean, I must be making my way up in that now.
Well,
I'm only 25th. 25th. That's not bad.
And you're, to put in perspective, you're 50 points ahead of me.
Yeah, and I'm 63 points behind, which is still catchable, quite easily catchable. To get into the top. Getting to the top 5, or to the top 4, so to speak, 40 points.
Yeah.
Or less than that, 37 points, 37 points.
It's literally the difference between a Haaland blank and captain Salah. And he gets 4 goals and 2 assists or whatever.
Absolutely. So it really is... It really is all to play for. It all depends.
It's nice to see, obviously, regular faces as well that we recognise there.
Madeline Tudor's doing well. 68 points, 529 overall points. 5th place in the YouTube League. He's gone Solanke. Has Mitrovic also. Haaland captain. Maddison to play. De Bruyne. Trippier. Very similar teams. It's like the odd 1 or 2 players that are different. 2 players that are different generally what I see in the team.
But again, it's the 1 or 2 players that are different that aren't doing anything. That like Anurag's Paqueta.
Yeah, Tashi, good to see Tashi doing well as well. That's again is Captain Haaland, De Bruyne, Bowen, Martinelli's all the same players. The 2 differentials, the 2 he's got different in this team. In this case, would be Zaha and Bailey, but like a lot of people got Zaha in this week anyway. But very similar teams, of course. Trippier there too, James, Cancelo, and Pope. Peter Scullion, 83 points. Wow. Haaland, Tony Mitrovic, Trossard. Oh, it was the Trossard. Wow, absolutely amazing. Trossard did so well for him there. He's made so many points back from just having Trossard and Haaland in his team. I'm surprised he can get more than 83 points, but it's purely the case of Ward-Prowse, Alexander-Arnold, Mitrovic, of course, Tony getting 1 point, Cancelo getting 1 point.
Crazy that 83 points and 2 of his players got 0.
60 of those 83 points coming from his captain and his midfielder, yeah.
And that's before bonus points.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, true. All these Bowen teams have clearly wildcarded game week 8, says Bilal. I'm never taking the armband off Haaland again. Never again, says Donald in the chat. The reason people have gone with Bowen is the same reason that people have gone for Solanke. Fixtures, says Matty. Fixtures.
Yeah, but it's Bournemouth.
Yeah, I go form over
Slight
fixtures.
Difference.
I go form over fixtures myself. If I'd have known Rashford would have started that game, if I'd have known, I would not have transferred him out. For a fact.
I'm trying to think, but I'm sure I read that it came out that it was said that he was not going to be playing
Well, that's what you said, and that's why I made the
from a
transfers.
reliable source as well. That's the thing.
Yeah.
It wasn't just some random person on Twitter. This was like a reliable source. So I don't quite understand.
Peter S talking about the Trent assist that was never given. It's gone now, Peter. Just got to live with it. Steve-O, let's take a trip to Madison House and bring him on a plane to Hawaii, then fly him back on Tuesday.
Oh, what was that? Sorry.
Let's take a trip to Madison's house and fly him on a plane to Hawaii, then fly him back so he misses the game.
Oh yeah.
Could you imagine that? Could you imagine if he got injured in warm up and he didn't play? You would be the jammiest git in FPL history, I think.
What, to get 1 point off the bench for Emerson?
No, to have your vice captain.
No, I know.
I mean, I don't want to wish injury on anyone, but
before we bring on
Steve-O's going to be doing a hex spell. You know, he's going to be putting some twig men together and started with.
Before we bring nuclear atoms on, I just want to read this out from the members chat from PK7. He just says, great video earlier. Not sure if I would get timed out for this. You won't. But FPL can suck a big bag of an overly average sized bunch of dicks and plums as well, to be honest. Shite game. And Cage Paps is just saying here, why don't you get off the fence there, PK7? Tell us what you really think. Oh, flaming hilarious. Let's get on nuclear atom, shall we, Jace?
Bring him on.
I know he wildcarded this week. Hello, Nuclear.
Let's get on nuclear atom.
Hello.
Nuclear, listen to the stream. You're not an amateur there. You should be listening into from us.
Hello. I am listening. You're not an amateur there.
Right, I think he's left his computer or something, and he's got the stream on in the background.
Yeah, let's put nuclear. We've got Matty. Let's find out. Let's see if Matoir. Hello, Matoir.
Hello, guys. Hello.
Hello. I don't recognise the name.
Yeah, he's been on before.
When? Remind me.
Months ago.
At the big, yeah, exactly.
All right. I don't remember a couple of minutes ago, so.
No, cheating. There's no problem.
What do you want to say apart from telling us Haaland's the greatest player ever to exist in the world?
Yeah, I'm so pissed off because
Oh.
My captain was 50-50 before the game week. As you can see on my screen, I captained Madison. So it's really terrible for me. But I have one question about my team. If I can.
Slow down there.
Sorry.
Why did you captain Madison?
So the Forest defense is the most terrible in the league, right?
Yep.
Leicester plays very offensive football. Madison shows that he can attempts goals. He attempts a lot of shots on the goal, and I thought that Manchester United actually will play well. Yeah, they were the team of the month. They showed that without Maguire they can defend. I really thought that Man City would have a difficult match against them. So I really thought that the City would struggle, but they apparently they didn't. So
to be honest, I completely agree. You're basically just in a different accent saying exactly what I said about why are the reasons as to why I captained Madison. Did you watch the game?
Yes, I did. And it was so painful for me because United were terrible.
Are you a United fan?
No.
Okay. Who do you support?
Brighton.
Wow. What do you say to Peter Scullion, the captain Trossard, then? Because that's just ridiculous.
Wow. I mean, if I had Trossard, I would definitely play him because Brighton plays really well, and Liverpool sucks at the defense as we can see. So yeah.
Hey Steve-O, we've got a comment in the chat which I want to read out. From Random Things. Elite at 4,336,220.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah, this isn't the channel for you, mate. You need to
Yeah.
just switch
Well, in
off,
fact-
go for somewhere. But hit the like button before you fuck off.
Go on Twitter and go on our Twitter account, Elite FPL, and just watch the little tiny clip that I put advertising this stream, and I'll say that to you. That goes to you, essentially.
Yeah.
It's as simple as it gets.
I'm going to go put the kettle on while you carry on talking.
But yeah, so you watched the Man United game and everything, and you were seeing Haaland every time he touched the ball, it turned to a goal or an assist.
Yeah.
Were you just thinking at this point, like me and Jason are, we may as well just leave it on Haaland and never worry about captaincy again?
Yeah, I was right after the game. I just opened the fixtures, and I think that until World Cup, I would still I would every single game week captain Haaland, except maybe game week 13 where Salah has Forest, or game week 16 where Salah has Southampton. So until World Cup, there would be 2 game weeks with captain Salah, but otherwise Haaland is the choice.
But this is
Yeah,
the issue, though, isn't it? Is that you're coming out with a logical argument to say, well, I would not be captaining Haaland in these particular fixtures. I'd rather go Salah. But that's what me and you were thinking this particular game week. Haaland had a difficult fixture,
yeah.
and he's turned up with that, even though Man United played abysmally.
Yeah. I had a conversation with my friend, and he told me a beautiful sentence that Haaland is the new Salah. So there's no matter who he is playing against. Yeah, it's a safe option every single game week.
I'm assuming Jason's got your team up on screen. If not, for people listening on audio, you've got Raya, Trippier, Cancelo, Reece James, Zaha, Martinelli, Salah, Maddison, Mitrovic, Tony, Haaland. You didn't captain Haaland, so the next choice probably would have been Salah, but you didn't captain him. Why didn't you captain Salah? Because he was playing your own team.
No. I really thought that Maddison is. I thought that Maddison and Haaland are the two best options this game week. I didn't, to be honest. I didn't look at anyone else. Salah wasn't an option for me.
Yeah, I mean, Karma Baby making a point here, but why even own Salah if Kane and Kevin De Bruyne keep outscoring him? What? In fact, why do you even own Salah?
Yeah, true. But there is one important thing that's my wildcard team. So maybe that's important that I hold Salah. So as I said before, I will captain him twice or 3 times until the World Cup. Because I thought that the Kane, De Bruyne, Son, these wouldn't be options for me. And I really thought that after these 2 weeks of break, Liverpool will play better. And the Thiago is back, yeah. And I thought that when is Thiago back, then Salah will be more useful up front. He was quite active in that game. I watched the game. He could score easily 1 goal, but the Sanchez made astonishing save. So I don't think that Salah is a bad option. Especially after the blank game week 12, he's brilliant, and I would be struggling bringing him in if I didn't have him on my wildcard. So I don't think he's bad option. I know that the De Bruyne was better and etc., but I would still be scared playing without him.
Wow. Well, I completely disagree. I think that Salah is just looking off it full stop. I am not being impressed by him at all. His next 2 fixtures, Arsenal away, Man City at home.
True.
He has shown me nothing all season to suggest that I'd consider having him again for now.
He still has 7th the best stats in the expected goals in the league, right? So, but he
Yeah,
doesn't
but
deliver.
That's the issue, is the fact that he just doesn't deliver. And who was the player? Wasn't it? Ironically, Almiron last year that had these amazing stats about he looks like he's going to score and assist. Okay, slightly different comparing Almiron to Salah, but there are other players in the game, like Matty FPL says here, that are outscoring Salah. And
Yeah, I know.
it's just such a waste of 13 million. It's
Are you just waiting for him to come good? Is that why you're holding on to him? Because you think that he's going to turn a corner and start banging in some goals?
I really thought that after this break, Liverpool would be good because of the Thiago return. Apparently they don't. But I would still hold him until World Cup. He doesn't move anywhere.
Okay.
No matter what. It may be stupid, I know, because De Bruyne delivers. So
well, you may not want to bring De Bruyne in because of the upcoming blank, but I think that have you wildcarded?
Yeah, this game week.
You were going to ask us yeah, go on, Jace. Go on.
So this is the wildcard team.
Yeah.
Okay.
You were going to ask us a question though. What
yeah,
was the question gonna be?
I have one question because Mitrovic injury.
Who to captain next week?
No, Haaland it is. I have a question about Mitrovic because he's injured. I have zero in the bank. I really want Guaita in my goal. Really.
Guaita?
I had my plan to move from Raya to Guaita, and Guaita is really close to rising in price. And I don't know what to do because if I wait.
So hang on. So Guaita is your priority right now?
Yes, 100%. I really want.
Where are you in the world?
Defense. Sorry.
Whereabouts? How are you doing at the moment, FPL?
900,000.
So you're doing exceptionally well, mate. I'd be more looking at.
I wish I only had to worry about getting Guaita in my team.
I would not be looking at Guaita.
But
why?
It sounds stupid, but I didn't pick Guaita because Raya played Bournemouth on my wildcard and Guaita played Chelsea. I didn't pick him. That's the only reason. I had to plan to move from Raya to Guaita this week, but Mitrovic injury destroys my plan because if I move to Guaita now and Mitrovic would be injured, then I lost value on Mitrovic, and so I don't know if I whether should hold with transfer and be afraid of Guaita rise.
I think I just agree with Matty that look, okay, in theory you've made the right decision having Raya against Bournemouth. He didn't concede a goal.
Mm-hmm.
But looking at the Crystal Palace's next fixtures, Leeds at home. Okay, admittedly they didn't score today, but they are a team that score goals. Leicester away, score goals. Wolves at home. Okay, they're useless, but I can genuinely see Wolves turning the corner. Everton scoring goals. Southampton, again, ironically, I know they did score yesterday, didn't they?
Well, every team's capable of scoring goals.
Exactly.
Yeah. Hold on a minute here, though. But these are teams that regularly score, whereas with the teams that Brentford are playing, I think they're both equal. To be honest with you, I don't see any difference between Raya and Guaita apart from the fixtures. That's it. And looking at you,
I completely disagree. Newcastle plays amazingly well. Brighton offense is amazing, and I'm talking about Raya. Chelsea can score. Okay, you are right. From the GAMEWEEK 13, it could be Raya, but I really want Guaita.
I mean, I think that there's the fixtures are certainly I think the fixtures are quite nice for Guaita. I think he's he's a good shout.
But
what's Ray's fixtures like? I haven't have a quick look.
They're not great, but they're not
from 13 it's okay.
Oh yeah, so he's got Newcastle away, Brighton at home, Chelsea at home.
Yeah. first this 10, 11, 12 is terrible in my opinion. They would concede in every single game.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would probably I think that I will do Guaita when he will be so close to Rice and hope that Mitrovic will be fine. If not, that I will just possibly lose value on Mitrovic and then swap him to any other attacker, and I don't know who to pick because the options are terrible.
So if you wildcarded, why did you go with Raya?
Because I didn't want Guaita against Chelsea. I thought that I could do. Yeah, I planned this transfer. Yeah, I picked Raya, and I thought that I would switch him to Guaita right away. I didn't thought that my Mitrovic would be injured. Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you for coming on and sharing your team with us, man. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much, guys. Have a nice night.
And good job on the rank. Certainly that rank you doing much better than both of us.
Yeah, I'm first in my mini league, so it says a lot. Everyone is struggling.
Yeah, everyone's struggling. Well, a lot of people are struggling, it seems, at the moment. So keep up the great work.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Good luck, guys. Good luck. Bye.
Bye.
There's a cheers, Maxwell. There's a special guest in the waiting room, Jace.
Oh my God, let's get Alex on. Alex, how are you doing, my friend?
The ironic if Alex couldn't unmute his mic.
Hey, Alex. Hey,
Look
man. How's it going? First of all, I want to ask you, how are you doing? Like, how is things?
Fantastic. My FPL rank is superb, like 10 million or something, but I'm still alive, so kind of good.
Hey, so let's just put things into context. Me and Steve-O are getting passionate about football, but you know, about a few thousand miles away, there's a conflict going on, which you're involved in. What I understand is that Ukraine has been doing incredibly well in terms of that, and I'm just grateful to hear that you're safe and well.
Yeah, thanks. Unfortunately, not just a conflict, but a full-scale war. Don't even know what to say, to be honest with you. By the way, your guys' channel is a great distraction from all the terrible things that's going on right now. So thank you, guys.
Well, let's get real here. Thank you. You're virtually part of the team.
Yeah, like Volo, I call you Volo, but like Alex has been the one that's been just the creative genius behind the thumbnails for many seasons now. And you know, we do consider him part of the FPL team family, and the fact that you're able to work on these thumbnails, you know, or have been able to work on these thumbnails as well as being involved in a war zone is just mind-boggling. We all want this war to end. Without getting political, I do think that it's pointless, and I think that you know, our hearts go out to everybody that's been affected. You know, it's weird because it feels like it's you see it, but from a point of view from us over in the UK, we can't even begin to imagine what it must be like.
Yeah, guys, by the way, thank you for all the support, and I always see in the chats the good feedback for my weird thumbnails. Like, and thank you guys for just accepting my weird kind of style, you know.
No. We're a weird kind of channel, so it kind of goes well with our style. So, yeah, man. So So your FPL team is you haven't posted it.
It's all right. It's go to the
Oh.
YouTube chat league.
Yeah, if you want to have some fun, just you can find my
And
team.
Have you been taking it seriously this year?
Oh, I have a bit weird approach. So to cut a long story short, I received my UEFA coaching license last year. So, but I have no ambition to become a coach or something like this. So I decided that this year, at least I'll try to implement my knowledge into FPL because it's fun. It's like a new way to play. It's something where I can implement all this knowledge, but it's not going well, to be honest.
What rank
the
are
only-
you? Where are you in the
38th in the YouTube league, Jace.
Oh, really?
Oh, there we go. Okay.
I thought I'm like the last one.
No.
No, there's quite a few people below you, but you're
it's a
overall,
game-
your overall rank. You're half the rank of Steve-O.
Yeah, you're about 35 points ahead of me.
There you go.
But your wild card team.
Sinistera got a -2.
Yeah, red card.
I was thinking, I knew
I'm a lucky
someone
man.
had Sinistera, and then I saw you put out a tweet, and I'm like, it's follow, it's Alex. And also, you're another one that's gone with Madison captain.
Yeah. There was too many reasons for that. So
I
and
don't
also
know why everyone's
I thought-
saying about it like it's the worst thing ever. Like, to be honest, he still hasn't
What?
played yet. He still hasn't played. So if he gets you a double-digit return, you've made a
Yeah,
solid
we'll see.
choice.
We'll see. Yeah, I expect a big game from him because he looks like he plays for himself. He plays like he want to sell himself to another club. Really selfish. And by the way, all the analysis, especially zonal analysis, says that he's going to do well in this game. So it was an obvious choice for me. And also, I thought a Man United game will be very tough for Haaland. I know it's like sounds like a joke right now, but yeah, it is what it is.
So essentially, everything that I kind of go through, which is looking at players' form and all the bits and pieces, which is suggesting they should have a good game. So that's 2 points then, I guess.
Listen, the only skill in this game is
You
to
know that
minimize the
Steve-O's
influence
jinxed you now. You know that, right? Like you should just ask Steve-O who you're going to captain and be like, all right, okay.
Well, this is the
Oh my
first.
god.
This is the first week I've actually gone with my quote gut instinct. Admittedly, I said it was Vardy, but who supplies Vardy? It's Madison. So I've technically gone with my gut instinct, and every week it's come through. And then the one week I decide to go with it, Haaland comes through with.
Well,
23
are you planning on
points.
captaining Haaland next week against Southampton?
Me? Yes.
That's
He's
obvious.
going to blank then.
Yeah.
Steve, you heard it here first. Haaland's going to blank against Southampton, and the
Well,
reason
to be
is because
fair-
Steve-O's going to captain him.
To be fair, I think Kevin De Bruyne could be the better option because he always does well against these teams. Always.
Yeah, because they always look to him for teams that are going to play, that sort of low block, that real compact, defensive position. I would, yeah, I mean, I'm still going to captain Haaland. I don't care. That's boring. But do you agree, Alex, to when we say that FPL is slightly getting a little bit uninteresting because people are just going to captain Haaland? Everyone seems to be looking to get the same players in. Do you feel the same way? I mean, you've got a completely unique team. I mean, I don't even know who Bella Kotchup is.
Oh, listen. The thing is, for me, it's all about the process. I really enjoy like searching and scouting players. It's the part of my job, and as I said, I try to implement it. And for me, it's all about the process. So we'll see how it goes. Like I wanted to say, like the only skill in this game is to minimize the influence of luck. But the thing is, the luck factor is too big, and you can't do nothing. about it. So yeah.
Yeah, but when we talk about effective ownership and the amount of people that are captain Haaland, is it worth the risk of not captaining him and just trying to get in some differentials instead of having the likes of Martinelli, De Bruyne? If you're going to captain Haaland, instead of having the likes of Bowen or who was another one, or
Trossard.
Trossard or something like that, you could go with other players that you think have got an opportunity to try and get you those additional points. Because really, I think that's what people are saying, right? They're just trying to find the differentials in their team. They're one or two differentials, and everyone else has pretty much got the identical starting lineup.
Well, for me personally, I don't want to choose my captains by fear. I think it's just like a magic type of thinking. You know what I mean? Like I want to choose my team, my captains by more rational.
Do you know who number 1 in the world captain this week?
Who?
Haaland.
Well, good for him.
Do you know who number 2 in the world captain this week?
I assume Haaland.
In fact, do you want to know how many people in the top 10 didn't captain Haaland?
How many?
Nada. No one.
Well, I'm okay. I'm okay with making mistakes. No.
I'm just saying is that people that are doing exceptionally well just are falling into the same mindset that why would you captain? Especially. I mean, if you are chasing, it's more of a value to go with someone that's a bit of a differential, right? Than if you're just holding position. If you're number 1 in the world, you're not going to captain anyone else, are you? Let's be honest. Right now, you're not.
Yeah, they're doing exceptionally well, but they're doing exceptionally well now.
Yeah.
There's also so many game weeks, so many chips, so many decisions, opportunities. So
yeah,
yeah,
I get that, but the point I'm making is it's people now are going to set their strategy just around Haaland. If they're doing relatively well in their mini league or they're certainly defending a position, they're not going to captain anyone else. So it's going to be the people like you, Steve-O, that are going to have to come out and try something different in order to get the better of people that have gone on the popular picks and with Haaland. That's just the way it is right now. Because otherwise, you're never going to catch him.
I like it because it's harder. Simply because it's harder. So more harder, more fun, really.
Yeah.
But again, like Alex said, though, the reality of the situation is that we've picked a captain where we believe has the better fixture than Haaland at home to Man United. It's just that we didn't account for the fact that Man United would turn up and just literally just go, oh, well, we've lost. Just try not to concede too many. And like you said, Jace, you were appalling today. Really bad. Probably. Would you argue, Jace, you were the worst you've seen yourselves for the last several weeks?
Oh, without a shadow of a doubt. I mean, you just look at the midfield. Like you look at Bruno Fernandes, look at McTominay, the back line. I mean, they just seemed, when the ball was at their feet, they needed to. It's like a hot potato. It was like a hot potato. Need to get it gone. Need to get it gone. Need to get it on. And then you got boot it forward as far as you can and hope that Rashford's going to get or Sancho's going to get on the end of it. Eriksen, I don't know who was playing there. It did not look like Eriksen at all. Like he was so uncomposed today. Like Eriksen is normally is a senior player in the team. He's calm at his feet. He's calm on the ball. He's calculated with his passing. Today, he looked like literally like the rabbit in the headlights. He just didn't know what to do. Give the ball away. Poor touches, loose passes. Just the basics weren't there today. The basics of playing football weren't there. I don't know it was just I honestly think they were defeated before they kicked the ball. They felt like we're not going to win this game. Let's try and make sure it's not an absolute battering. You know, they did well on that, but
I'm just looking at the bottom team in the Torbay Elite, Matthew Towler. This is his team. He's a Man United fan. This is his team.
bottom in what league?
Torbay Elite.
Okay, hang on.
So he's got Nick Pope, Martinez -1, Trippier 7, Digne, Zaha, De Bruyne, Anthony, Luis Diaz, Captain Haaland, which is obvious from this team, Tony Mitrovic. Because Digne didn't play, he's going to get Ben Mee off the bench with 7 points, which will give him a grand total of 83. And he's 7 millionth in the world. It's just like we keep banging on about. It's just
Well, you could,
Captain Haaland
you
and
could.
just
I
try and-
reckon you could set up a dead team now, like a ghost ship,
oh yeah,
and just
Yeah, oh, yeah.
and just put captaincy on Haaland,
it
And
probably is
it'll-
a dead
you
team.
know,
to be honest with you.
and you would still probably do. You still finish in the top
look at
3 million.
if you're in the Torbay Elite League, look at number 1 now, Darren Monday. Ridiculous score, 98 points. Look at his team. like the
98
perfect-
points. Well, the
almost the
back line. The
perfect
back
group.
line isn't.
Well, it's solid enough. When you look at it, Trippier, Perisic, Saliba, Cancelo, James. That's a good back 5.
Oh no, in terms of points, I meant. Sorry, I thought you
Oh,
meant the.
yeah.
I thought you meant the perfect team for points wise. But
Yeah, and then you got like the front
bench.
five.
Did he bench Kulusevski?
Yeah. When you got that luxury,
Wow.
it's just well done to Darren, to be fair. But
Well done.
I'm a bit mindful of the time, Jace.
Yeah, absolutely. Alex, my friend, stay safe, keep
Yes,
well,
definitely.
keep
Be
playing the
on the
game.
come on again.
Be playing the
Sure.
game. Be playing the game the way that gives you the most fun and enjoyment.
Sure.
Because that's what it's all about, right? It's all about having a bit of fun, and having your differentials come in and getting you those points over the popular picks. I respect you, Alex, for everything you do. I look forward to hearing from you again next week.
Definitely, yeah.
You stay safe, dude.
Oh, thank you guys. Thank you guys. Once again,
A lot
I'll
of
try
love for you.
to come again to find some time because I always pretty busy.
If
I
you
would
if
say.
you get chance to put the PSD file in the uploads, I can. If you're unable to do the thumbnail, I can just change the game week on it.
The thing is, I'm not really I don't able right now, but I'll try like tomorrow after tomorrow.
Oh no rush. No, it's no rush, man. Just if you get chance, honestly, don't lose any sweat over it. It's fine.
Yeah, volunteering 24/7, but I'll try to find time. I've tried to find time to talk with you guys once again because the community is amazing. The channel is amazing.
Yeah, you've had a lot of love,
So,
mate.
yeah,
A lot of love in the
I
chat.
want to be involved a little bit more.
We've got a lot of support from us and for our community, man. You are literally
Thank you, guys.
are very much part of the family. Thank you so much, Alex.
Hey guys, bye.
Bye.
This dude. Well, that's crazy. I think it's brilliant. I love it when people that are part of the community for so long
Yeah.
come onto the show. Like the likes of, say, John Harris as a simple example. It's very rare that we hear from John.
And it's a breath of fresh air when he's playing the game the way he wants to play the game.
Yeah.
And he's not playing it because of expectations of others, giving into like the pressure of being, having the popular picks in his team, the pressure of, trying to win mini leagues. I mean, yeah, he probably wants to do well, but he wants to do well in his own way, and he wants to make sure he's picking his players based on his own individual thoughts. Not everybody in the chat, not everyone here can say that they do that. There's a lot of people to get influence from other people. Steve-O, for example. but I don't watch content creators. I watched something. I tuned into a space, Twitter space, for this game week deadline, and they were on about captain choices, and everyone was saying, "Oh, what about this player? What about that player?" You know, and they were just, I think it was Will from Hub. He was saying Haaland, just Haaland. Everything was just Haaland, and everyone was like, "Yeah, okay, yeah, okay, yeah, okay." You could hear it in people's voices, like, "But what about if this?" You know, and he was like, "No, it's Haaland." Now I think it'll be a mission to try and get anyone to talk about any other captaincy choices moving forward. Right. On that note, thank you so much for the support, everybody in the chat. If you haven't already hit the like button, make sure to join us in Discord. If you haven't already joined us in Discord, discord.gg/EliteFPL. We're also on Twitter /EliteFPL. Where's Max Roberts?
Yeah, he seems. Well, he was here yesterday.
Oh, right, okay. Maybe he's
He
busy.
was here yesterday. Yeah.
I will bid you farewell, everybody, and Steve-O. We'll see you for the preview for Game Week 10.
Yeah. Definitely, yeah.
Who's the best captaincy option?